Hi, welcome to the World Food Forum 2022. My name is Richard Lau, and I'm glad to be here to present a part of the Rebuild Plus framework that we've designed in order to tackle food-related issues. So here's a bit about myself. I'm a 17-year-old student based in Andover, Massachusetts, where I'm currently a junior in high school. I enjoy traveling and adapting to new and foreign environments, along with meeting different people and just being surrounded by my friends. I'm quite interested in ethics in the environment, which is a topic that I'm currently taking a philosophy course about. At school, I play squash, trombone for an orchestra, band, and also participate in a few clubs. I'm really passionate about music, sports, and just anything business related. In the future, I plan on pursuing a career in business or finance. I also presented at the Global Goals Week 2022, in which I talked about food sustainability. The mission of the LIFE framework is to advocate for a sustainable food system on both the local and global scales, raising overall awareness on the issue. And by doing that, we hope to actually create sustainable food systems through innovation and incorporating technology into tackling the problem. In this Rebuild Plus framework, the plus symbolizes how every element of the rebuilding project adds up together and work with each other. Rebuilding requires a multitude of stages, and making sure that they work well with each other is the key to success. So for this framework, I've designed 3 steps in order to make it work. So step 1 is mapping out all the steps, identifying the problems that will be tackled, and formulating a correct approach towards solving the problem. And after that, through analyzing the plan created, we can identify the potential risks that come along and try to make those risks as mitigable as possible or create a backup plan if needed. And the final step is to implement the plan through the real life application, test it and continue to monitor / foresee the future where it's sustainable and low risk. Thank you very much for listening to the presentation today.
Hi, everyone. My name's Jessie Chan, and I'm the founder of Aero Hero Alliance. I was born in China, but then I moved to Canada when I was 13 years old. So currently, I'm a 16-year-old student studying at a Canadian Catholic high school. I'm in grade 11, and I'm the math team leader of the school. I'm also a trainer and a participant of Thornhill FBLA, which is a business competition. I'm currently working to publish a research paper on aerospace technology, as I plan to study more about aerospace technology or mechanical engineering in the future in college or further education. I'm also a math contest enthusiast. For volunteering, I volunteer as a math and chemistry tutor. I also volunteer at a local library, and in my free time, I love to kickbox. I love sports. So the mission of my project is to discover more use of aviation technology, connecting aerospace industry to the development of world sustainability. The outcome of my project would be that aviation technology will be used in food industry and aim to support food sustainability and food security, and further achieving a climate-independent agriculture. So my letter is O, which stands for Orient, as that my project orients a multi-stakeholder community to identify a common and innovative focus that the future of food production is not about wide open pastures and reliance on steady, stable climate, but is more about climate-independent agriculture. And furthermore, it's about farms that not only produce fresh fruits and veggies, but also clean energy, biopolymers and medicines, vaccines, and cellular agriculture. So how do we make it all work? I came up with 3 steps. So the first steps for us would be to identify suitable partners. We can first of all determine main purpose and goals, start research on major issues around sustainability and possible organizations that we can work with to decrease the impact of certain issues. The second step would be to think beyond borders. We can bring new engineering and technological approaches that can work to achieve climate-independent agriculture, such as space-based technology, etc. The last step is going to be cultivate evidence. We can curate innovative technological pathways for the agricultural field. We can design experiments, determine lab purpose, finalize lab procedures and conjectures, predict lab results, and analyze possible beneficial outcomes from these innovations. So that way we can determine which technology actually can work towards our goal and what cannot. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry I won't be able to join y'all today, but I do have this recording of this presentation of the Recover Plus framework, and I hope that you all will enjoy this. So let's jump right into it. First off, hi, my name is David Lee. I'm the founder of the project called Data for Food Diversity. Just like brief introduction, I'm a 16-year-old from the United States, and currently I serve as an ambassador for my city youth council, and I attend national conferences to represent my city. I also have a really big passion for data science, and I'm actually working on publishing of several papers right now about the application of data science and data analytics. And I want to use that passion and combine that with with my passion for tackling social inequalities to help create a better world. And that's essentially what this project is. I also volunteer at local food banks to help distribute and help serve underprivileged communities in need who actually suffer from food insecurity. And also, in my free time, I like to play soccer and also some video games. But that's enough about me. Let's get into the project. Data for Food Diversity has a mission to basically create a better way for which we can evaluate, analyze, and develop solutions to tackling food insecurity via an application of GIS technologies or geospatial informational systems. These GIS essentially allows us to map and create visual models and identify visual trends in certain things. And in this case, it's food insecurity. The outcome of this project, or what we're hoping to do, is increase specialized support for thousands of people living in food insecure communities via streamlined solutions. What this essentially means is that we are trying to reduce and optimize costs. Obviously, we know that resources and money is limited, right? But what this project essentially tries to do is tries to create tailored solutions that minimizes and reduces costs for specific communities that are being affected by food insecurity and create specified solutions that can assist them best. Now, the V in the Recover Plus framework is for visualize, and that's what encompasses this project. The purpose of this project is to visualize and analyze real-world data and research outcomes in order to streamline effectiveness and positive impacts. The goal is to essentially allow us to better visualize, right, the V, better understand, getting a better understanding of the problem of the problem at hand, and by doing so, thus allowing us to create a better and more create better and more tailored solutions to specific communities. Now let's just jump right into the specific steps. The first step is to organize and consolidate data. Obviously, we need to consolidate and actually find and aggregate our real world data relating to food insecurity and allowing us to identify like possible factors of food insecurity. The next step is to actually begin our visualization and analysis by utilizing GIS and other data and analytic tools. We can visualize and organize our data and create models to identify specific disproportionately marginalized communities and why they are the way they are, and identify possible root cause factors for these issues, which then, moving on to step 3, when we interpret our results, allow us to then apply the results of our visualization and analysis to create better and more effective responses to food insecurity and creating tailored specific solutions to communities in need. And that's basically all that there is to this project. So some key takeaways. This project just seeks to utilize and combine GIS and data analytic tools to better streamline and to create better solutions, and also get a better understanding of the problem that we're tackling, and thus allow us to create better solutions and more effective solutions to food insecurity. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this brief presentation.
Hello everyone and thank you for being here. My name is Georgi Salhudinov and I'm very excited to speak at the United Nations World Food Forum 2022. I am a food tech entrepreneur. My major areas of interest are IT and data science. And I want to apply my skills and knowledge to challenge the food inequality. I believe that my project, Food Share Club, can reduce hunger and food waste at national and even global level. And this contributes into achieving the Zero Hunger Sustainable Development Goal. Last month, I spoke at Global Goals Week, the world's biggest celebration of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, where I explained the urgent need for food sharing nowadays and how my platform can empower people to easily share their food and make the world a better place. Since then, Food Share Club has attracted public attention and increased the number of users. Let's talk about the mission of Food Share Club. Food Share Club aims to tackle the food waste and hunger problems, connecting people with excess food and those who need it. It is designed in a way that it can be used anywhere in the world. The only important thing is raising awareness about the Food Share Club, so the platform can function to the maximum. The platform allows communities to place and search food offerings available nearby, for a moderate price or for free, through a very user-friendly platform. Now let's move to my letter. My letter is U, which means unite. Food Share Club unites communities from all over the world, connecting people with excess food who are ready to share and those who are in need of food, thereby increasing cohesion while reducing overall food waste. So, what are the steps for youth who want to tackle food inequality or any other significant social problem? The first step is discover. Don't be afraid to discover signs of inequality in your local community. Always remember that food, health, and security are the basics that everyone should have access to, regardless of their nationality, beliefs, and income level. Second step is innovate. Once you uncover issues, don't think it's a responsibility of the government or large corporations. There are a lot of examples when someone like you is making a global difference by using modern technology and communication tools. And Food Share Club is one of them. At this point, your goal is to define your game-changing idea and solution that can improve the life of at least one person. And the last step is scale. Use world-popular communication platforms to communicate your solution to millions of people and improve their lives. I hope my pitch will encourage you to make a difference, and I suggest you start doing it now. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you everyone for joining me today at World Food Forum 2022. We are excited to be a part of the System Change Summit and to have co-designed the Rebuild framework. So first, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Nana Takai. I am Japanese and currently based in Canada as a grade 12. I am a founder of the 3S Food Project, which I will share with you today. I am keen to pursue higher learning and experience in food security, climate change, and global cooperation. Passionate about exploring foods with a strong urge to act in the area of food waste. To step up, I have recruited over 80 international students from Monsignor McCoy High School to lead this activity, aiming to further impact through youth-led innovation. 3S Food Project aims to scrutinize, sustain, and safeguard, educate and empower future generations toward better dietary and planetary health through food security and sustainability. I believe there are 3 areas where we could improve: food waste, food mismanagement, and food reproduction. Within the rebuild framework, D is for deepening. 3S Food Project deepens knowledge of food problems worldwide, what is happening right now, and how we can change our actions from now on. So how can we deepen? It has 3 pillars of impact: reducing social inequalities, facilitating global cooperation, and fostering sustainable food production. There are 3 steps in this project. First, 3S scrutinize the current lack of awareness of food wastage that is now happening around the world, with an emphasis on home. Second, 3S sustains and improves current food management practices by challenging the smaller actions within your community, starting in the kitchen. And finally, third, 3S safeguards the future of food production by carrying not only your community, but also all over the world through a peer-to-peer empowerment approach. According to the Japanese Food Agriculture Organization, much food is thrown away even though it could still be eaten. We produce 4 billion tons of food each year, although 1.3 billion tons of food are wasted. This is 1/3 of the food we grow and is the same as throwing about 2,800 hot dogs away every second. More than 800 million people are suffering from hunger around the world. But we, the people living in developed countries, are the ones who are wasting food. After researching, I found out that waste is mainly generated at home. I wanted to share the acts that we could change from now on. So first, only purchase the right amount of food for the family. Have you ever been tempted by the word discount or 2-for-1 to buy extra only to throw it away because you couldn't consume it all? Even if there are items on sale, we will not buy them if we don't need them. Second, stop forecasting the expiration dates. Have you ever reached your arms to pick items from the back of the shelf with the latest expiration dates? We changed this habit by choosing items from the front as if we were going to eat them that day. Lastly, I want to share the words that I like. Think globally, act locally. Let's think globally for our future generation and start working in our community. Then share your acts with those within a 5-meter radius of you. Gradually, as the idea spreads, it will eventually lead to a change in the world. From this engagement, I have been honored to work with fellow youths worldwide to co-develop the Rebuild framework. I look forward to connecting with many more of you in the future to drive collective action in food safety, security, and sustainability. Thank you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm presenting here for the World Food Forum and my project. First, I'll make a self-introduction. My name is Simon Zhang, and I'm a 16-year-old student, live and born in Shanghai. When I first engaged in the topic of global climate change, I was attracted by the issues that rose up about food security and poverty. If there are climate disasters, the most dangerous people are those who are poor or in famine. To save your life, I believe we have to think about their security. I'm confident enough to say that I'm a man who is responsible in taking effort on climate change and environmental protection in my life. I've been a strategy person, saving energy and trying not to wasting the consumer goods since I was young. I do believe that we all reduce our waste and consumption like that, there will be much more resources for the poor, and the resources can be distributed much more equally throughout the world. And one of the most important resources of those, food. To make the transportation of food can be organized much more effective and avoid the hunger, I wish we can have a digital model in the future to analyze the climate data and use it to find out the potential famine and where are they going to happen. And then react effectively and quickly to transport the surplus food from the other places on the world to them. This is a brief view of the Model for Good project, which seeks for motivation in the youth to adapt the database monitoring and modeling method to solve environmental problems over the world. By adapting such a method, it will significantly save much more time and cost for reacting to the problems all over the world by analyzing the data in this digitalized age. For this project, I have chosen the alphabet E, which stands for equalize. It's because this project will use data analyzing and modeling to equalize the chance for access of food around the world in the future, being able to reduce the chances for conflicts and avoid the happen of tragedies. Even though it may seem unrealistic for a teenager like me to do such great work, we still need to try our best to solve these problems. To do this, we need a plan for our project. If we want to use modeling methods to solve the problem, we first need to make a digitalized model using the climate, social, and economical data we collected and generate a report about the potential disasters, when will them happen and where will they happen. Secondly, we need an organization to manage the data and the transportation of food, making the access of food for hungers around the world possible. Such an organization will possibly need to transfer massive amounts of food to high-risk areas and lower the food price there for the refugees. Of course, with time will be profit to pay the transportation fee and run the organization. You may argue about what if the disaster strike poor and making them even unable to purchase these low-priced foods. That's why you need the third step to reach the majority. As the food price is still too high for them to bear, the organization needs to raise money and call the society to make donations and help to reduce the food price low enough or even free for those refugees. The system of such an organization, which holds such a powerful model and those precious information, will certainly need to be totally transparent and under the eyes of masses. The money flows the organization involves these kind of information must be easily tracked down and hard to hide in order to prevent any form of corruption. Overall, the goal of the plan is to help to save those who are in famine and make sure they can be fully supported by the world. Thank you to the World Food Forum and the Young Pioneers Forum. Thank you all.